Hey friends, it's Friday. Welcome to a new episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. Got a new game to share with you guys this week. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, of course. If you played the game of the share today, let me know what you guys thought of it. I do enjoy hearing about games you guys are playing because that gives me ideas of games that I might want to play and check out myself. And I'm always looking for recommendations from you guys of games to check out. Sometimes I have the game, sometimes I don't. If I don't have the games, I have a nice little list that I put on my phone of games that you guys have recommended for me to do some research on and see if they're games that I might want to buy and add to my collection. Now, I did not have an episode last week as... Unfortunately, my father actually passed away last Thursday, so I just really obviously wasn't in the mood to play games. I wasn't in the mood to upload videos. But we're doing my family and I are doing so much better this week, and so I started playing a new game that actually came in a couple days before my dad passed away last week, and I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It was released on multiple consoles, but I've been playing it on my Xbox Series X, and this actually came out digitally last year. I think it was like November or December, but it came out recently in March physically, and a buddy let me know about it hey, if you want to get a physical copy, especially with Xbox having limited print runs and stuff, you might want to jump on it. And so I got myself the deluxe edition, which was $20 more because it came with some cool extras. But that was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and this is from the same team that made that wonderful Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but in the Marvel universe. And it's a really awesome game. I really love the graphics. There's a couple different filters you could put on, like a CRT filter or a CRT curved, or you can do without. I really liked having the scan lines on it. It looked really good. And you have 15 playable characters to choose from, and it all deals with this Annihilus enemies. He's the big bad boss that you have to fight, and that's what the whole story revolves around. So there's a story mode for you to go through, but then there's also an arcade mode, and you can play 4-player local co-op or 4-player online. And what I really like is you actually get to control 2 heroes at once, and you can switch on the fly. You can also do combined team attacks. And so they have some of my favorite characters like Wolverine, they've got Venom, they've got Iron Man, they've got just all kinds of cool stuff. Phoenix, they've got Ghost Rider. There's just a lot of cool Marvel characters. Now, another thing I liked about it, too, is that not all the characters are unlocked at the beginning. There's actually a few of them you unlock through the story. And what's also great is it's not just a simple arcade game only where everybody has the same moves. Everyone has their own unique moves, but your characters also level up. You can go from level 1 to level 10 as you play through the story mode. And what I really liked was that the story actually, the game gets much more difficult as you play through the story mode. And you actually only have one life. So if one of your characters dies, you control the other character you have. But if he dies too, then you actually fail and you have to restart the level. There's no continues or anything like it would be in an arcade mode, which is really cool. I did really well. And then as I got closer to the end of the game, it started getting difficult as I was switching characters. And I definitely needed 2 level 10 characters. And some are stronger than others. Like, I really love Wolverine. So far, he's been my favorite character in this game. But I would like to beat it with all 15 characters. I did work on getting a bunch of the achievements and stuff. But this has been a really fun experience. So I'll read you guys from the back. A cosmic battle awaits. Choose between 15 Marvel heroes in this frenetic action beat-em-up to fight against the deadly annihilation wave threatening the galaxy. So let's check out some of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Hey guys, today we're checking out Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Now this is a really cool side-scroll beat-em-up from the same team that brought us the Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. This has a feel of like an old classic arcade game, similar to like the X-Men arcade game or like the Simpsons beat-em-up. You know, those fun 2D side-scroll beat-em-ups. It's really awesome. This was released last year digitally, but they just released it in March physically, and I completely forgot about this game coming out until I saw a suggestion for the demo on the Series X. I downloaded the demo, played it, loved it, and then decided to buy a copy. Now what's really cool is the demo I played as Wolverine and Venom, and when I started this game, Wolverine was actually leveled up a bit, so that was something that was cool. So you got some options here. You can adjust subtitles, volume, and stuff. There's different effects you can turn on. There's also filters, like you can do a CRT filter, CRT curved, or off. So that's pretty cool. You have this vault you can check out where you have like the Hero Lab, which keeps track of the characters you can play. Because there's 15 characters, but you actually have to unlock some of them, which I think is pretty cool. I love when games don't give you all the characters at the start and you actually have stuff to do to unlock them. They just released an update for this game this year as well and added some new costumes so you can change different characters, have different costumes. I just unlocked this Captain America one. You got Nova, Storm, Wolverine, which he's now level 6, Spider-Man, Beta Ray Bill, Black Panther, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Iron Man, Rocket Raccoon, She-Hulk, and I still have others to unlock. There's also this cool Cosmic Matrix, and you find these little cosmic things. This is where you can come to unlock content in the game. So I just unlocked a Nova core file, and I unlocked the music soundtrack that you can check out. That's pretty sweet. You have the files that has all the stuff you have, the collectibles and stuff that are there. Then there's a campaign mode, and then of course there's an arcade mode. And what's cool is you can play this 4-player local co-op, or you can play online with other players as well. I'm currently working on the campaign, trying to beat the story mode, unlock achievements and stuff. So there's a little prologue level, and then what's cool is there's actually different levels you can choose. So they have different little paths to go to, so you don't have to play the levels in a certain order. You can choose the order. So we'll redo the first level so you guys get a little basic idea of the story. And I'm gonna pick my Wolverine, and what's cool, change this costume here.
Wolverine, expect what I do.
So far I've been using Wolverine and Iron Man.
A mighty evil is waging war across the cosmos. Annihilus has emerged from the depths of the negative zone to claim the entire universe as his own. Chaos and destruction reign. Now his sights fall onto Earth itself.
I know, dude, love Marvel characters and read a lot of Marvel comics over the years, but I don't have a super amount of knowledge that some people do. So that main bad guy, Annihilus, I've never heard of him before, so I don't know if he was, created just for this game, or if he was an existing enemy, which I'm assuming he probably was an existing character for Marvel. But so far, I'm enjoying the story, and I really love the combat here. And what's cool is there's challenges for every level, just like they had in the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, where you had to try to do certain things, and it unlocks things in the game. But there's also cool as a move list. It's not simply just a punching and a kicking and attack button. There's different moves for your character to perform, and special attacks and stuff. And what's cool is you actually play as 2 characters at once, and you can freely swap between the 2 by hitting the left trigger button. But you can also do team attacks by hitting that same button while you're attacking, and so you do a team attack where you both do attacks as well, which is sweet. And then also every character has a super move that they can use when they fill their meter up, which comes in very handy in tight spots. You also find health items and upgrade items and stuff scattered throughout the levels. There's also secrets in there in these levels for you to discover, which is pretty sweet. And it is definitely one of those games where you're going to play it over and over, because you can beat it in like under 3 hours. I mean, obviously this is like the classic arcade games. You know, you didn't go to the arcade and play Ninja Turtles for 7 hours straight. I mean, it's just not what arcade games are. But a bunch of people are hoping that they will release some DLC for this, like they did for the Turtles game. So hopefully they will later on in the year. But so far, I really have been enjoying this game and really happy that I added it to my collection. Because you can get it physically for the Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and I'm sure it's probably on the PC, but obviously that's going to be digital only. And so far, my favorite character is Wolverine, as he's been the strongest character that I've played as so far in this game. Now, I played a few different characters in the demo, but the most recent one I had played was Wolverine. So I recommend download the demo. It's free, and you can check out and see if this is the kind of game you might want to add to your collection. And then you do get a nice variety of enemies, like in these side-scroll beat-em-up games. As always, you know, you get a nice variety of enemies, and they change throughout the levels as you progress through the story, and they get more difficult and stuff. There's also boss fights and mid-boss fights as well. You know, all the classic stuff that you have in these kind of beat-em-up games. What's also sweet is Cal Dodd, the guy who voiced Wolverine in the original X-Men cartoon, is this, as well as, I can't remember her name now, that played Storm, and then also Jean Grey's character. She was in the X-Men, or Wolverine in the X-Men cartoon. She does the voice of Jean Grey in this. So they got some pretty famous voice actors as well. And Cal Dodd's one of my favorite Wolverine voice actors in games and in movies and TV shows, stuff like that. So really awesome having him. Obviously, you know, I still love having like Hugh Jackman as well, but for cartoon-wise, though, Cal Dodd's the Wolverine voice that I love.
Focus is sharpened up. Blade barrage.
Another thing that's cool is characters that can fly, you can actually have them fly in the air to fight flying enemies as well, which is pretty sweet. And they can also go over obstacles, because there are fall hazards that you can knock enemies into, but they can knock you into it as well. You're able to block in this game.
I gotta get away from these freaks.
Why are they chasing Beetle? They want the name of his tailor? The troopers think he's one of them, betraying the hive mind. No, Beetle's a crook. We have to help him.
You're out of business. Dual repulsor blast.
So I just got a 200-hit combo. I got a 100-hit combo with Wolverine, and it unlocked at the very beginning because I must have done it in the demo, because as soon as I turned the game on, that unlocked. So it's really strange. You know, I wouldn't think that stuff that you did in the demo would have any effect on the main game, but I did get my characters level up, even though it didn't show me, and the demo only had 2 levels, but my Wolverine, you know, started out at level 5, so I thought that was pretty sweet. So if you do play the demo before this, that upgrade stuff that you did to your characters will be brought into this full version, which I thought was pretty sweet.
You can have my share of the loot. No, please. My thread will fall for Annihilus.
Now we got our first boss battle.
Zero fury. My threads.
Never thought I'd miss that sparkling beetle repartee. He's under Annihilus' control. Fate wars to death.
And there's a lot of enemies from X-Men in this, like Sentinels and stuff, and also other Marvel universe, because there's a lot of Marvel characters for you to choose at, so there's a lot of enemies from different ones. Got him.
Best at what I do and what I do.
Ooh, unlock one of the challenges. And now you can see leveling up here. Boom, now they're both level 7 and unlock focus upgrade. Alright, almost level 8 with it. And it took me 6 minutes and 39 seconds. The last time I beat this, it took me 8 minutes. So I beat it a lot quicker this time, because obviously my characters got leveled up by playing several missions.
I gotta change my costume.
So I avoided taking damage from swarming bugs, so that's pretty cool. Then there was a Hellcarrier level. This New York City and Hellcarrier were in the demo. And then there was Genosa that I just beat, and I unlocked a couple things in that. And then I've got now the Savage Land and Wakanda to go through. So, just a really cool game if you guys like classic 2D side-scroll beat-em-ups like the Turtles and that old X-Men arcade game. Highly recommend checking out Marvel Cosmic Invasion. There is a demo, like I said, you can download for free, you know, and check it out. Gets you 2 levels, gets you, I think, like 9 characters to play as. Now, in the full game, there's 15 total characters in the game, which is really awesome. And just overall, a really fun experience. You know, you can, you're going to play it and beat it up in, like, about 3 hours or less. But it has a lot of replay value. You can play through different characters and stuff, and then try to find all the secrets, go for challenges, play with friends, try to beat and unlock all the secrets in the game. Just a really wonderful experience that I think you guys should definitely check out. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that look at Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I did beat it. I had a lot of fun with it. I got several characters leveled up. I unlocked all the characters. And I really did enjoy my time with the game. And it took me about a little over 4 hours for me to beat. So obviously, you know, this isn't going to be one of those games that's going to take you 20 hours to beat or anything, because it's an arcade beat 'em up. If they put 500 levels in it, people would bitch that it was too long. And then people were complaining that it was too short. But it's actually just the right length for an arcade beat 'em up. It's got 16 levels for you to go through. You can then play through the arcade mode. There's all kinds of things you can unlock. You can tweak settings and stuff. Make characters have less life for you. Make enemies stronger. You can limit continues. You can make the game very difficult if you want to. So there's a variety of ways to play. But it's one of those games that I enjoy playing through. I've beat old beat-em-ups like the X-Men beat-em-up and the Turtles in Time and the Simpsons. You know, I beat those games over and over multiple times because I just have a lot of fun with those arcade ones. And I really enjoyed this one. So you can get it physically if you want. They got it on PlayStation 5. They got it on the Switch. I think there's also a Switch 2 version, the Series X, and the PC, of course. But definitely, if you guys are into those beat-em-up games and you like Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, the same people made this, but they really improved the combat. You know, there's combos for you to do. You can do combination attacks. It's not just simply a punch button and a kick button or anything like that. There's different moves for you to unlock. And characters get stronger as you play through, which I really love. And it actually adds replay feature to the game, and everybody's hoping that they will release some DLC for this like they did the Turtles game. So that'd be awesome if they had some new characters to play as or some new stages to go through. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this game, and I definitely, you guys should check out it, especially if you're a fan of beat 'em up games. But let me know, have you guys played this one yet? I'd love to hear about the games you guys have been playing lately, and if you guys have a recommendation, a game you think I might enjoy playing, let me know. I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. Hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. Take care, have a great day, and Sleepy will see you next time.